Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's 11 p.m. So I'm about to go to sleep. But I figured I'd come here and make a video because I have the light, which I haven't, which I didn't have before. So before, like a couple weeks ago, whenever it would get darker, I didn't have a light in my room to make a video in the late night. Sometimes I have to stand in a kitchen to make a video. But now that I'm about to go to sleep, I'm gonna make a video, quick video, and describe what I think, what I've seen, what's been going on. So from Friday, I don't think I've made a video to upload. Um, some videos that I made are scheduled to be uploaded in the next 3 years, and they are private, so they won't be seen in public. But on Friday, there was a game between Cabo Verde, I think it's pronounced as Cabo Verde, and a team called Argentina. So I was rooting for Cape Verde. I've never supported such a team before, but Cape Verde has a spirit, had a good game. I was actually kind of sad. I wanted them to win. They were really playing Argentina like nothing. They were putting the efforts, playing good game. No red card. I think there was like minimum no yellow card. Like really good game, like really good game. Cape Verde is from Africa. They come from the island. Actually, I never heard of I never heard of the country. I didn't know the country. I'm from Uganda. I never heard of this country. I knew Madagascar, but I didn't know there was a country called Cape Verde that belongs to Africa. So I have no idea. But it was fascinating to see them actually playing pretty well, and then they were sent home on a 3-2 final on extra time. So it was fascinating. Everybody was sad. It was the best highlighting game so far because this team has never been played in World Cup before. They are new in the game, so to see them how they were focusing on how they were, you know, um, putting the efforts was positive. The game that followed after was France, which was playing. It was France versus which other team? No, Morocco. Morocco played on the day after. The day after, Morocco played with Jesus. I just forgot these teams. But anyways, Morocco won. That's right. That's what I know. So Morocco advanced to round 16. Then Morocco beats Canada, so Canada is already out. When they remember Canada is hosting, so Canada was kicked out by Morocco, was bounced out by Morocco. Then another country that won was France. So France won over Paraguay. So France also was able to advance to round 16. So right, yeah. Then today is supposed to be round 16. So round 16 starts today. And today the game that was playing was it was Brazil and Norway. Now Norway, I never really knew much about Norway, but it seems like they have good players. They have the guy named Horand. I think I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tall guy with like Viking haircut. He's actually pretty good. He's a good player, and he scored 2 goals. One was header, one was kicking in, so it was a good game. And eventually, they won, so Norway moved on, and the Brazilians they went back home. So Brazilian will be kicked out. The game that followed after was the game between Mexico and England, which I'm still watching right now, but the game is already over. England won. England moved on forward with 3-2 against Mexico. So this game between Mexico and England and the game between Cape Verde and Argentina are two of my favorite highlight games so far. And I think everybody you ask will tell you that this was the best games ever played so far. One player in England actually got a red card, and this made me actually question things that I never questioned before. Are referees somewhat being racist against black players? I don't know this answer, but I'm just curious if referees are by default just giving black players a lot of red cards. The player from US team, he stepped on another player, and okay, the player was really the foul was justifiable. It was a really really bad step, but when he gave him a red card, I was kind of really like sad I got a red card, but at the same time I was like, the gameplay was not that good. So when I was searching today on Google, whether the referees are known to have discrimination against black players, I found out that a black player who received a red card, who plays for the US team and got a red card, Donald Trump was able to go and talk to FIFA World Cup president, and they were able to overturn his red card, so he gets to play for the next game. So that was good. He's a good player for the USA, and without him, USA will suffer. But this goes to highlight how much things can be brutal. I mean, it's really hard to judge whether black players are very bad or whether the referees are racist against black players. But based on the country called South Africa's game, which was predominantly black, it kind of shows that maybe these guys are bad players by default. I mean, it's really hard to judge, but and they're very strong too. Like, a lot of black players are very very strong. But you don't have to be a bad player to score. Like Horande was really playing pretty good game. He was smiling, he was positive, great guy. Like I just saw his team. First time watching him, he plays for Manchester City. He plays for Man City, and he's just pretty good guy. Like he's just smiling. He's tall, smiling, big. He has no problems. These good guys. This is the typical player that you expect them to have such success. He wasn't asking for the ball. He didn't touch the ball the whole game. Yet he was able to score 2 goals. Every chance he got to touch a ball, he scored. So that was good. But it's good that they found out that Trump was able to advocate for this black player and he was able to come back to the game, because they know that without him, they wouldn't be. The game most likely the US would have a hard time. Now, when I found this out, also I had questions too. Is it a good idea for the president of the United States, with his power invested in him, to force FIFA World Cup to invoke the red card? Now, the team they are playing with, which is part of another team, not Paraguay, the team which they were playing with got kicked out, so the team went home. But the question remains whether the president should be involved in in dictating how the FIFA World Cup should operate. So that was a highlight. So that being said, tomorrow USA is playing, and it's going to be playing with US is going to play with which team is it? God damn it, just forgot which team they're playing. Anyway, US is playing tomorrow. Then France is gonna be playing Morocco. This is one of the most questionable game, because and too many Africans too. I don't know if I should support Morocco, because I supported Morocco on Saturday yesterday, but I don't know if I should support Morocco, if I should support France. I want France to win World Cup because France has many black players. I just want to get a chance to say this too. Like there has been a report of Morocco having a hostility against black players, against black people in general. And when you look at Morocco's games, they don't really have that many black players, so the team is mostly exclusively Arab descent. So it doesn't mean Morocco doesn't have black people. It just means that they don't want to include black people in their games. So that could be the reason why I may support Morocco I may support France over Morocco. France has many black players. France is very welcoming. It's very open, even though it's a Western country, and Morocco is an African country. But we see what's going on, and I'm pretty sure many Africans they don't like Morocco, including West Africans. So they might be rooting for Morocco to lose. If France beats Morocco, they might be able to move on to the final, and they will have to match with England, because England is coming in full speed. England, Norway coming in full speed. England might have to play with Norway, so it can be an interesting game. If England plays with Norway, most likely Norway might win, because Norway has good players, but it's debatable. Is it Norway or Argentina? One of the teams, I'm not too sure. But that being said, that's pretty much all I wanted to share. On the other hand, yesterday we celebrated July 4th, 250th anniversary. I mentioned this in my other videos that you'll be seeing, what you probably have seen already, that this was going to be a very tough July 4th celebration. The heat was pretty high, and that they have to cancel many events. They canceled a lot of events. They canceled a lot of schedules. They have to reschedule. The heat was so insane that if people would have came in, if Trump would have to give a speech at exactly 5 p.m. as they scheduled, people would have died. So that being said, Trump they pushed the whole game. They pushed the whole game, or they pushed the whole event. I'm watching the game and take on the TV on the camera. They pushed. Actually, let me turn this off. It's off anyway, so I don't need to watch it. It's distracting me. So they pushed the speech of Donald Trump at 11 p.m. And they're supposed to do air shows. That was also cancelled. They did like a few air shows, but a lot of them were cancelled. So they were all sent. They just cancelled everything. So that was sad. I wanted to go there, but it started raining. There was windy. There was storm. So the heat was really bad outside. So I did not go. I went to my friend's house. We had the dinner and food, and that was it. Then we watched some aircraft flying overhead. Then we also had some fireworks. There was a first round of fireworks around 8 p.m. ish. Then at 11 p.m. Trump gave a speech, right? Normal speech, nothing really crazy. Just talked about things like the U.S. history, rambling, talking. People were tired. Nobody was cheering on. Very few people showed up. The stage where they were supposed to perform, give a speech, was all raining and wet. So you could see water from the screen because it was on television. I didn't go in there. But this then what else did I witness? So he gave a speech after the speech. The speech was like 45 minutes. Then he was able to go home. Then they started fireworks around 12, exactly 12 the fireworks shoot up. The fireworks were insane. 8,500 fireworks were shot. That's insane. That's a lot of fireworks. Like I was in ISV in Maryland. I made a video, but the video is gonna be private because I don't wanna copyright. I don't wanna put other people's voices in the internet. So for their privacy, the video was made private. But you could hear the building shaking from the fireworks. It was like a bombing, really like bombing, and it made me remember what's going on in Iran. Like if Iran is bombing that much stuff, if there's a bomb is happening in Iran like that, and that was just fireworks. I can imagine living in Iran every single day, having to listen to those bombs every single day. That was probably insane. Um, then yesterday on Iran, speaking of Iran, yesterday Iran people, Iranian people were able to bury their leader who died, who got killed in February 28th, 2026. His name is Khamenei, Ayatollah Khamenei. I don't know how to pronounce his name. So it's got buried, and on one of the when I was reading the news, Associate Press news, I saw the pictures of people with a sign that says "We will kill Donald Trump." That sign was actually on those banners of King Donald Trump. So people do not like Donald Trump in Iran. Um, this is a continuous series. This is a continuous problem. In 1990s, I believe, U.S. was attacked by the Middle Eastern, right, bombings in the United States. In 2001, U.S. was also attacked at 9/11 by the Middle Eastern. So we don't know, there could be another attack at any moment, which is why the United States is investing so much money in technology, the AI. I'm really training for the AI right now because they're hiring a lot of cyber security in the government, especially the DoD, the Department of Defense, or Department of War, as they call it, because they know anytime there could be a cyber attack, there could be an actual bombing, and it doesn't have to come. People don't think about this, right? Most Americans, a threat may not come from Iran, okay? A threat may come from this country. There could be an American somewhere. There's somewhere right now in America who doesn't know like what US is doing, and that person could bomb. And there's a speculation is that what happened in 9/11 could have been done by the American people. Americans may not like the government. They may decided to commit terrorism. So that's what happened yesterday. They buried the Khamenei, Ayatollah. That means he no longer alive and is gone. And yeah, I wonder what the Iranians are thinking right now. But when I saw these people crying with a banner that says "We will kill Donald Trump," chanting "Death to America," you have to think about this from a foreign policy perspective, right? From a personal interest, no one wants Islamic regime oppressing people, oppressing their neighbors. No one wants a massive funding of firearms and weapons and explosives to the militia groups and terrorist groups within the Middle East to terrorize the residents, terrorize communities, whether it's Palestine, whether it's Egypt, whether it's Somalia, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's all over the Islamic countries. But at the same time, you kind of think about this: is it justifiable for U.S. country or any other country to go to another country, kill a leader of that country, and then gets to brag about it? There is a military operations, there is a protocol, there is a strategic protocol that goes into operating a military strategy, right? Military is sent somewhere for missions. The mission could be peacekeeping, it could be assisting. In the cases of the Iran and the United States, U.S. went to Iran to fight on behalf, alongside Israel. That was the purpose. But it seems like U.S. President Donald Trump was more excited about killing an Iranian leader than Israel itself, because Trump likes to take credit. He likes to be the one being given credit, even though he's just is a civilian. He never He's not military trained. He never been to Europe. He never been to Middle East to fight. You know, and killing a leader of a country is expected, right? If Donald Trump dies, they will always elect a new leader in the United States. It's a normal thing. But firing a series of tweets and making exaggerations and jokes about a country that just a leader, and you're a leader of a big nation like the United States, is a huge flex that I think could land Donald Trump in a huge boiling water at some point. Being assassinated, or his families could get in trouble, right? And remind you that in the United States, when a president is out of power, he doesn't get as much protection as any other leader. Doesn't happen as much. Now, luckily in America, a president can just live in I don't know, in the mountains of West Virginia. No one would care. Right. Once they leave the government, they are gone. Going back to yesterday's event, July 4th, I was actually kind of troubled by the U.S. lack of infrastructure to protect people who are supposed to be here to celebrate July 4th. It was actually kind of a shame that people got evacuated after they stood in a line for 5 hours. I mentioned this before. I've been there. Last year there was a celebration of U.S. military. This was May, so it wasn't too hard. But it wasn't saying that we had to stand in line for like 2 hours, right, to get through the I don't know, the checks and TSAs and crazy. So these people traveled around the country. They traveled from all over the world, around the country, to come and celebrate 250th anniversary. It was supposed to be a big event, big event. Like they had advertised it. People paid money to have, there was a comment somewhere that some does nothing is free under Trump administration, which is true. People paid money to come in this event, all right, and they were, as soon as the rain was tough and the weather was tough and the whole storms was coming, the Secret Service does not pray. The Secret Service came in and they told everybody to evacuate. People have to leave immediately. Some were sent to the shelter in place. But the most highlighting part, which was kind of funny, also not funny, but very concerning, is that some of the people who came to see these celebrations, when the storm came, they were sent to the African American Museum. I told you about my African American Museum, which was built in DC, 2016. It contains all the history of African Americans. Donald Trump himself has threatened to shut down the museum. He does not like African American Museum. He thinks that the museum teaches history of racism. So Trump has been a hater, including his administration. They have been hating African American museums. On top of that, we are celebrating the day in which the white colonies gained independence from England, from their colonies, but they kept enslaving people for another more than 200 years. Then they even passed the constitution that does not allow these black people to have freedom. All right, so just to see that when the shelter in place was issued, these people were sent to African American Museum to take shelter. I'm pretty sure they learned the history. I'm pretty sure they went in there and they were like, you know what? I mean, all of this happens for a reason, I'm pretty sure these people were like, wait a minute, maybe we are racist for no reason. Because a lot of people who showed up, they were MAGA supporter. They were also white supremacy came in, Proud Boys came in, the Confederates supporters came in. It was a lot of people going on over there. It was gonna be intense, anyways. So After all, there was no any damages. There was no one died. No one got injured. It's better they shut down the event than having people get injured. That being said, first of all, it was a shame that they didn't have shelter. They didn't have shades for the people. The crowd, like US is so rich that they can build, they can cover the entire national mall with tents. They didn't do that. I don't know why. I have no idea. Maybe they have no money. Maybe the US government is poor. I don't know. I'll never know. They knew there's gonna be high temperature. I mean, how don't you know? How don't you know that in July 4th, temperature is going to be 107 degrees? A country that produces the highest militarized equipments to bomb Iran, still you cannot give people who are coming to celebrate 250th anniversary for a country a place to stay cool. National Guard is felt so bad. They felt ashamed, I guess. So they started handing out free water. Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form, shaming the Trump administration. But when you live in Washington D.C., you kind of realize how much these leaders, they're just jokes, total jokes. It kind of makes sense why, But I'm waiting to see. This is the first time I've been in D.C. First time I've been in Republican. First time I've been in DC following politics, fully engaged, and I'm pretty sure that first time also this happens that this happened to be under the Republicans. So I don't know how it's going to be under the Democrats who are probably coming in next year, right? Next couple of years. So that being said, that's all for today. It's been a busy day. I just finished practicing AI practitioner for Amazon certificate, and I will give a feedback tomorrow because right now I'm just tired of reading. I'm very tired. What time is it? Yeah, it's 20 minutes to 12, so 12 a.m. So I need to quickly go to sleep and get a nap, and tomorrow I wake up and start doing what I'm doing. All right. It's been a beautiful day. It's been a wonderful weekend, and very very hot. My room is very hot. I'm running the AC on the 60 degree Fahrenheit full mode. I'm also running the fans. Everything's like running. It's pretty cool right now. It's not too hot. Also, it's been raining, and windy, so that has cooled the situation down. That being said, let me finish the video here before I get notified by the phone that I have no space. Bye bye, ciao ciao. Like always, have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.